America, you should be ashamed of yourself because Japan has just out-America'd you with the American Cherry Pie Frappuccino at Starbucks.
It has an actual pie crust for a lid. You have to like beat your way through the cherry crust to get into the American cherry pie.
So this is a limited edition Frappuccino that was all over social media last week. It just came out today. And
Was
we're
it
gonna
all
try it
over
out.
the Sochmeads?
The Sochmeads.
The Sochmeads.
So I watched how they made it.
Okay.
They first scoop in some of this cherry stuff, and then they make their basic Frappuccino, and then they scoop in something which from the bin said PC15AC, so I'm not sure what that is, but I think that adds some crunch. They put some more cherry on top, they cover that with whipped cream, and then they pull out
There's whipped
these...
cream hiding under
Yes,
this?
there's whipped cream hiding under here, and then they get these little pie crusts and they put them on top. Do it. No, bang it hard. There you go. Isn't that
Really?
satisfying? That's so satisfying. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you like that, don't you?
Oh my god,
Pump
I
it
get
in
to
and
do
out.
whipped cream.
Pump it in and
I
out.
won't. I won't be
Okay.
part of this
Ready to try this?
shenanigans.
Here we go.
First I got a hunk of pie crust.
Oh wow.
Okay, so this is a caffeine-free one.
Yep.
Wow.
Super sweet. Does it taste like cherry pie though?
Okay, it's the vanilla cream Frappuccino. And then they've added kind of like, you know when you get that really super cheap, like $2 cherry pie? And when you cut into it, it's unnaturally red, like when you have a Danish.
A cherry was plugged and I sucked too hard and it popped up really hard.
You popped a cherry
I popped my cherry.
in your mouth.
Yeah, I popped the cherry in my mouth.
It's actually really good.
I know.
Oh, the crunch in there is graham cracker.
Oh.
They've scattered it inside.
So I think the best way to enjoy this, never mind. I was gonna say the best way to enjoy this is to break this up and then to spin this around in here so you get some crunch in here.
Very dangerous situation.
This is a very dangerous
Well,
situation.
since I'm not a barbarian, I'm gonna actually try
Just
the
eating
crust
it?
on its own and see what it actually tastes like. Oh my god.
What
You
is
know
that?
it tastes like? Passion flaky. This tastes like a passion flaky. Oh no! I didn't do that on purpose. This is a dome shape. When you bite it, it's science. It creates an effect.
I know what you did. You made me bite it and then you mushed it into my face.
I didn't. A passion flaky. I swear to you I didn't. You know how I swear to you I didn't? Because it happened to me too when I bit into it. I booked my nose, but I was trying to warn you to be more gentle.
You're trying to warn me with what? Telepathy? Where were your actual words like a big girl to
I
tell
thought
me?
you'd bite hard and you'd break it in half.
This is passion flaky
Passion
in
flaky.
liquid format. Are passion flaky supposed to be cherry pies though?
Whoa, I never thought about that before.
What is
What is a
It's not a
passion
real
flaky?
thing that happens in like baking.
Okay, I somehow managed to get like Frappuccino in my eyelashes and on my nose as well.
Okay, breaking apart the pie crust is not the way to go. Oh, that's such a passion flaky.
This is freaking delicious. This is way different than a Starbucks Frappuccino.
I have to say, it's my first meal of the day. These are all the calories I'm gonna have.
It is also my first meal of the day.
Girl, what'd you eat?
I did not consume anything.
If you had ramen, you're in big trouble.
I didn't have ramen.
What'd you eat? What'd you eat? What? A little submarine what? You had a salmon onigiri.
I did have a salmon onigiri. This is a luxuriously delicious dessert. I don't usually go to Starbucks for like cakes and pies. I want to go there for like right during cherry blossom season. Instead of them doing just a cherry frappuccino, they came up with like a cherry pie
A
one.
cherry pie frappuccino for cherry blossom season.
I personally like this a lot. I would order it again if I didn't want my calorie count to be restricted to a frappuccino for the day. It might sound lame to suggest that you visit a Starbucks when you come to Japan because you're like, I have a Starbucks from where I'm from.
I have 6 of them right around the corner.
I can just guess that even if I don't know if you live in North America or Europe or wherever,
Wherever.
you probably have one around the corner. But Starbucks Japan does some really cool things. So definitely swing in and check to see what they have going. And if you're here within the month, get yourself an American Pie Frappuccino.
Girl, you got a crumb on your lip.
I have so much.
See how loving I am that I get the crumb off your lip while you just leave me with cream on my face?
It was funny. I was going
It
to
was
get
funny.
you a napkin and I couldn't because you were too busily being
I
like,
was gonna get you a napkin, but then I realized that you look stupid, so I just left you with it and I laughed at you.
yeah, it was funny. I had a napkin in my bag if you had just waited. But now your nose tastes like whipped cream. Yep, whipped cream.